Alright, give me a moment. Music didn't auto adjust itself. Crazy. Must really like the tunes we're playing. Alright, here we go. Alright, and we are live. Ladies and love muffins, how'd it do? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Yep, that's right. We are currently streaming right now. Yep, we are live. Everything's good. The auto thing is still weird, and I spent so much time off because as soon as I hit stream, it's not going to the actual stream on YouTube that I set. It's going to something else. So maybe I'm setting too many at once. I think I need to work on that just a bit. But we're gonna work on the kinks as we continue doing this, man. But man, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys are having such a wonderful Thursday today, man. So like we said, today, I don't know if you saw it or not, but today we are going to be reading some fan fiction. And not just any fan fiction, my fan fiction. That's right, I've written some fan fiction back in my youth. If you follow the channel, and you probably seen the video about me reading my fan fiction where I actually act everything out. But like I said, there are like 16 whole chapters of this. And I decided today, why don't we just read it? But I wanted to give it a little bit of a twist because I wanted to show off a particular skill of mine. For those of you who don't know, I have this amazing, just this absolutely tremendous ability to be able to read this cringe and like play it and sell it seriously. I'm not a voice actor by any means, but I don't know. I just have a way of reading this stuff that just, at least in terms of my friends, whenever we read fan fiction, I'm usually the one to read it. Like, I have a way of just saying stuff and just making it sound as serious as possible. It's honestly, we thought about on Saturday maybe doing some more of that, but we'll see. Most likely we'll do something else on Saturday. But I decided, why don't I make it a challenge? So today we're going to be reading the fan fiction. But the entire twist is that I'm not allowed to cringe. As I read it, I gotta say it completely straight. If I fail to do that, then I gotta take a shot. And I asked my friends to give me the nastiest alcohol they could think of. Like the nastiest, and apparently Ian delivered. I never had any of this. This is called the Cracking. This is a limited edition thing I got for like less than $10 at a liquor store nearby. It's supposed to be super nasty. So every time I cringe, every time I break character, I gotta take a shot of that. I don't have shot cups. I just have this solo cup. So we're just gonna have to play it carefully. Now, in the description right now, it probably says like Stardew Valley because it didn't reset. I definitely gotta work on getting that stuff just more suited to what it is, but it's gonna say Sonic Unleashed. So if you look now, it says Sonic Unleashed. The reason why is because this is a Sonic Unleashed fanfiction. The premise is that me and my friends gained superpowers. My friends back from the 6th grade, and I gained the powers of Sonic. So like I'm part werehog and part Sonic. I basically became Sonic from Sonic Unleashed. And I was like the quippy dude who's like super in love with Sonic. Like I read it with my friends. We had an absolute ball. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share it with you guys. There's nothing in there that's like risque or anything like that. I know how I was back then. I was a little bit of an ass, but I wasn't like nasty or discussion. It's at no point does this get like super sexual or like, I hope it doesn't get to the point where I could get like cancelable, I guess you could say. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. I already ate a full meal, so you know my belly's nice and full. I have water next to me because it's important to stay hydrated, and of course we're just gonna take the shots. Now, even though I have a high tolerance, if you want to play along, get some water, get some juice, get something, and just challenge yourself. Let's see how many times you cringe and how many times you have to facepalm as you read this. And what's more importantly is that we get to use this screen. I don't really get to use this much these days because I'm mostly doing the tier list stuff, and I'd rather use a different screen. But here, this time we get to interact in the chat below. All that we get to see what you're doing. All the alerts are working. I think all of them should be. Yep, there we go. See, nice and working. That was from last stream with Dark Charisma from the last stream on Tuesday, which if you did miss that, it was an 8-hour stream where we ranked all 100 tracks. But yeah, well, over here, we're in this. I got the game thing on. Let me get the actual screen on. So, let's see. This is, I used to write this on Facebook. So, I'm going to turn on the dark mode. Hold on. That's a little too bright for me. Hold on. Try to turn to dark mode. There we go. Thank God for the dark mode extension. At any rate, so I used to write this back in the 6th grade. So this was back when I was like 11, 12 years old. And I gave the premise. I used to write this and I used to release it like every 2 weeks on like my Facebook page back, you know. But like back when I was when I first got a Facebook, I'm like, I'm going to release this every 2 weeks. And I had some people actually read it. Some people who were encouraging me because, you know, you're a child, follow your dreams. And I'm like, I read some of this and I'm like, I really wish you did it. I really wish you told me to touch grass or something. But you know what? I'm glad it's there because I got a chance to stretch my creative juices and realize that writing isn't my thing. Now, I did kind of go through it real quick because I didn't want to say people's full names on here. Because you know, of course this is like based on real people. And while most of them I don't necessarily interact with nowadays, I don't think I've talked to them in like over 10 years. But regardless, I don't want them to have to see any of this at all, you know? Like if we can help it, do it. I'm also going to record on the back end because I don't know if I want to make this a video or this is going to be a pure stream. But regardless, you know, it'll be nice and fun. I don't know if we have anything else to have to go through, but without further ado, I'd rather just go ahead and get started. The first one I had to copy and paste because I realized I didn't have one. But the rest of them are like offline files on my thing. So we're going to be on the Google Drive first. And then we're just going to go in with that. You can see all this red, thanks to Grammarly, but I didn't change a single word. So we're going to be reading this word for word. Let me see if I can zoom in just a bit. I want to make sure you guys can see this cringe front and center. Miss, there we go. Alright, just want to make sure you guys can see. That's probably as big as I can make it. So, the name of this fan fiction is called. So, so the name of this fan fiction is called Where Heroes Unleashed. Like where, like werewolf, heroes unleashed. There are about 16 chapters. Some of the chapters are missing. I'll talk about those and what I remember from those when we get to that point. But we're going to read all 16. We're going to react and we're going to have a good old time. I'm not going to cringe not once. And if I do, I have to drink this, which I'm told is supposed to be nasty. But we'll see. Anyway, first off, we have chapter 1. I did a video on chapter 1 like years ago, so you can check that video out if you so choose. It's on the channel. But we're still gonna read it again just so we can make sure we all have the proper context, if you will. So let me not delay, let me not dilly-dally any further. Let's go ahead and get started with the reaction. Ooh, baby. Alright, so chapter 1, it's called The Accident. Gotta get the giggles out because I'm trying. Alright, I think I got it all out of me. Alright, so here we go. It was a normal day in Harmony Science Academy. I, Gerald Lovelace, am hanging at the 7th grade locker area after school with my friends Alex, Shelby, and Kristen, talking about the crappy fight in the 6th grade locker area. Why did he hit that guy with his glasses? Alex said. I think they'll get expelled for having such a crappy fight, Shelby said. Then Oscar and Connor, another one of my friends, came up to us, running with a bunch of papers. Hey guys, what do you want? Do you want to know what we're doing? Connor said. No, we all said. Okay, Connor said as he began to tear us anyway. We are holding a presentation at my house for our new science project. And we want you guys to come. Dang it, no! No! Why did I love that? We want you guys to come. Oh, Lord help me, I have a degenerate brain. Okay. Alright, that's one. That's absolutely one. Okay. Because I don't have a shot bottle, we're just gonna have to kind of do it. I've never had the Kraken before, so this is gonna be super interesting. Just gonna pour a little bit in there. Yeah, just a little bit. Now, Ian was the one that suggested this to me, and he said, don't take a breath after I eat it, drink it. And I don't chase my stuff. I always go in raw with it. So, otherwise, I don't know, something's gonna happen. Anyway, got a little drink of it on here. Bottoms up. Oh my god, that's nasty. Ugh, okay. Woo! Alright. Get it nice and loose. Make sure I chase it with some water. Make the water taste worse. Oh no. Alright. Wasn't as bad, but it's still pretty nasty. I don't wanna have to keep drinking that. Okay. So I guess while I'm here, let me get some context. This is something that actually happened. It was like back in 6th grade, there was like 2 kids that fought, and one of them like used his glasses to hit him with it, and it broke. And I remember Shelby used to say that like word for word. I remembered it so vividly. So I wrote this like literally short after. And I said I was in the 6th grade. Yeah, I was in the 7th grade. And back in my school, we had like 3 separate areas for like the different grades and all that. 6th and 7th. And of course it was a charter school, an academy, because your boy was kind of smart. And that whole thing with Connor was like, the thing about him was like he was annoying back then, because he would ask us if we want to know something. We would say no, and then he would tell us anyway. It was like, looking back, I definitely felt bad because I felt like I was definitely too harsh with him. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm harsh with my friends now, but nowadays I think it's more. I'm definitely more joking whenever I'm like antagonizing my friends. But there, I really felt like I was being malicious. But you gotta accept your L's, and that was a definite L for me. All right, so leave it off, and we want you guys to come. Oscar continued. Cool, I said. Who's going to be there? You guys, Connor answered. Come on, it will be an unforgettable night. Please? We all agreed to go, but little did I know that this would be an unforgettable night. Connor's basement, 7 p.m., Friday. We all got there as planned. Connor told me to bring my Sonic Unleashed game with me to borrow. I'm supposed to give it to him after the ceremony. Which, let me go ahead and get that out. I didn't laugh. Want to get a character? Right here. One of my favorite Sonic games. Top 5, easily. Right here. I wish my Xbox worked. I would definitely play it, for sure. Ooh, got a text message. Okay. Yeah. Lane's supposed... I know Lane's still at work, but he said he may join in if he gets off early. But anyway, yeah, look. But, you know, one of my favorite Sonic games. You know, it's not Sonic Adventure, but it's still pretty good. I'm just going to put it right here. I wish I had my Xbox. So it's going to go right there. You see, sewing face. See? I got to point at it. Gracious, like right there. See? If I do it, that's going to be a thumbnail for sure. Alright, back to the cringe. You see, so after I was supposed to give it him after the ceremony, what's your brother doing here? Shelby asked me. I got stuck watching Grant while my parents are out. Then we all gathered around a stage for what seemed to be a speech by Connor, then Oscar. Grant back then wanted to spell his name with 2 T's. For some reason. I'm glad he grew out of that phase. Like now he just goes GE, which if you're in the Ost area, he does do a bunch of speeches and advocacy work, which, you know, super proud of him for that. He had his birthday recently, so happy birthday. Cheers. I'm not drinking it again unless I cringe. But I haven't cringed yet. We're still good. Let's see. So I got stuck watching grandparents get out, then we gathered around the stage for what seemed to be a speech by Connor, then Oscar. This is gonna take a while, I said. In the middle of his speech, I noticed that his machine, which is said to convert lunar and solar energy into a type of highly powered renewable energy. Hey, Kristen, I whispered. What? She whispered back. You want to check out the machine? Sure, Gerald. Then we sneak away to the machine. The machine was a cylinder that had electrical rods and a cubic base with a bunch of knobs and a big red button. Wow, Kristen said. This is the machine that can save the world. No! I broke down. I recorded and I broke down here too because this is a stupid line. Just let me at least try to get it out. Just wow. This is the machine that can save the world. No, I can do it. That doesn't count as 2. That does not count as 2. No, I'm still only taking 1. Wow. This is the machine that can save the world. I can't. It's, oh my goodness, I hate it. Okay, gotta get it in. Gotta get it done. All right. I was hoping I wouldn't cringe at that time, but I just chuckled and laughed. There we go. I want to make sure I keep myself nice and fair. All right. This one goes out to Grant with 2 T's. Like this, yeah. This one definitely goes out to Grant. Cheers, bud. Oh! Okay, that one did not go down as smooth as the first one. Ooh. Oh yeah, Mr. Silver Alpha, ready to cringe? I hope you are, dude, because I've already like at least broke character at least twice already. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's get this thing. I need to try to get the actual stream IO set on here, but you know. Let's see. So this is the part where Kristen said, wow, this is the machine that could save the world. Yeah, I replied. This is boring. I wish some exciting would happen. Then I didn't laugh. I had to let that out. Then I leaned on the big red button. I leaped from the machine as it started making noises. And they were like malfunction noises. Everyone turned to the machine. What did you do? Connor said at a distance. Everyone but Kristen and I were at a distance. The machine started to spark. I don't know why I wouldn't immediately move away, but you know, it's fine. I accidentally pressed a big red button. What? We got to... But he was too late. The machine exploded, and purple electricity came out and shocked everyone in the basement. My game also reacted to it, as a purple dust came out from my pocket during the shock and joined with the shock. It lasted for about 5 minutes. Is everyone alright? Connor asked after the shocking end. Almost everyone said yes. Kristen and I were moaning. Gerald? Kristen? The purple electricity came from both of us. Hold on, give me a moment, because I know exactly what this part is. And we're not even gonna mince words. We're just gonna play the exact thing that I'm referencing. Alright? We're just gonna play exactly what it was. Sonic Unleashed. We're gonna go to the intro cutscene, which is, to this day, one of the best CG cutscenes in Sonic game history. Definitely one of the best openings. But I am basically saying a certain part, word for word, and we're just gonna watch it as I read to it. Let's see. We should be able to hear it. I can move this to the side so I can be able to actually read it as you guys are watching. All right. All right, so just got to get to this part. Let's see. Brought it right here. I can turn this down a bit because I want to make sure you guys can hear me as I read this. So, yes, exactly. It's exactly the scene where he turns into a furry. Let's see, purple electricity came out of both of us. Next thing they knew, our muscle mass increased tenfold. Gotta let it get to the part. Oh yeah, it's still going. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's still going. Come on, let's get to it. Wait a minute. Oh, oh, yeah, here we go. The electricity came out of both of us. Next thing they knew, our muscle mass increased tenfold, and we grew fur everywhere. Our teeth turned into fangs. Our ears grew to a hedgehog's ears, and our eyes turned into that of Sonic the Hedgehog. Our shoes grew into spikes on the sole. When the transformation was just over, we did that. And then we fainted. That counts as a cringe. I just, oh my goodness. Okay. I guess that's another shot we gotta take over here. I freaking guess. Why did I just wrote it word? I stole I told Sonic's entire flow. Word for word, bar for bar. Ah! Fine, whatever. Here we go. More nasty alcohol. Gotta make sure I keep the time because I'm not. If this spills, I got copper underneath. If this spills, I will unalive myself. Anyway, this goes to Mr. Silver Alpha. Thank you for being able to participate in this. All right. Continuing with this is sorry. Let's get back to it. We're gonna get through this. This is only chapter 1. It's not gonna be too much longer before we're done. Let's see. So now it's 12 o'clock midnight. Connor's guest bedroom. Saturday. I woke up in a daze on my bed. my head spinning. I sat up. Then I noticed my body, my hands, feet, face. Everything was changed. I looked at the next bed and found Kristen. Looked just like me, but a female. That's right, we have female Sonic the Werehog. Fem Werehog over here. Woo, baby! Kristen, wake up. She woke up to see a different me. Huh? Comma. What? Gerald? You're different. So are you. Look. I said as I gave a mirror. Then an ear-blistering scream wailed out. Oh no! What happened? My face! My body! What happened? Nice to see you two woke up, Connor said at the door. Here, I'm gonna get my glasses whenever I voice Connor, because I think he has several lines in this time, fanfic. Nice to see you two woke up. Connor? What are you doing here? I asked. This is my house. Oh, right. I see y'all found out what happened to us. But you don't look like a monster, Kristen said. We were all affected. It gave us superpowers. Oh, and Gerald? Here, I forgot to put on the glasses. Sorry, I'm a fraud. Hold on. We were all affected. It gave us superpowers. Oh, and Gerald? Here. He handed me a melted video game case. I'm suffering. Alright, I gotta make sure I do this in character. No! Why didn't it take me instead? Why? I said. Anyway, what do you mean superpowers, Connor? Kristen asked. Well, Oscar got super strength. I got ice powers. Alex got fire powers. Sherry can morph into different animals, turn invisible, and can make a force field. Why did I give her so many powers? Yeah, I guess you could tell who was my best friend in this. Jesus Christ. And Greg, my brother, got telekinesis and can read minds. We found that shortly after you guys had fainted. We almost destroyed my basement, but we got them under control. So why do we have the same power, monster? The game got affected by the shock, and since you were the closest, y'all got turned into the werehog in the game. Sorry, I want to make sure. I need you to zoom in. I need you guys to see this, because I want to make sure you guys understand what I'm doing. So if I'm correct, if we're the werehog in the game, that means we got his powers. Maybe. Sorry, I gotta put the glass back on. Maybe, Connor replied. Try it out. I then reached for a base on the other side for where we are standing. I got it with my arm without walking. My arm stretched, then reattached. Whoa! Ooh, dude! I'm not cringing. I'm not cringing. I'm not cringing. It's fine. I said, but where are my superpowers? Oh my goodness. They're sleeping in the living room. Get some rest. We'll try out the powers tomorrow. Okay, night, Connor. Kristen said as we got back in our beds. Connor then left. What are we gonna do, Gerald? Kristen asked. There's no way we can show our faces in public tomorrow. We'll worry about that in the morning. But how in the world did he get our parents to agree with this sleepover? You know, I don't know, but I know one thing. It's about time you knew. She was interrupted by my story. Never mind. Good night, Geraldo. Alright, context. At this point, I had a huge crush on Kristen. I don't know if you can tell by this riveting love story I'm writing. But I remember she used to call me Geraldo, and that meant that we were going to be together forever. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. So that was chapter 1, the accident. This is enjoyable. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Ugh. I was like, take another sip. Good night, Jerome. Don't you dare call me that. Alright, we gotta take another one. Just gonna Alright, I'm taking a bigger one this time because that was I need to numb the pain. And while I'm gonna be taking and recovering from this, I'm gonna open up the next chapters. The rest of the chapters are on my computer. They're here somewhere, but they're here. I just saw them earlier. Let's see. Just gonna search it up real quick. Heroes Unleashed. Also, God freaking damn it. I was about to say, I hope none of their phones is not charged. Me and my friends have this, we have this app that allows us to kind of track where we're at. So it's a way to keep each other safe, especially because we live in different places. But like, it's enough for that. And it's like, you know what? I finally just subscribed to it. Yes, indeed. Here's the Silver Alpha. There are 16 chapters. I'm missing chapter 12 and 13. So when we get there, we're just going to kind of fill in the blanks because I generally cannot find them. I don't know where they're at. I don't know why those were the ones I decided were an abomination and deleted. But there you go. All right, I found them. Yeah, I know, because I knew I saved them like years ago just to kind of keep that in mind. So, like I said, that first chapter was a video, and I made it into its own video. So, this is gonna be This is gonna be light mode because it's gonna be on WordPad. So, prepare your eyes for that. I still haven't taken this. Oh, I'm slobbering. Oh, I'm actually slobbering. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I turned off the music. Please turn it back on. Please, I need you. Please, Shem. Shout out Shem Shem the Get Tight. He's the homie. He makes great music. I'm suffering inside. Alright. Next one's gonna be a light mode. Prepare your eyes. Boom. Ah, my eyes. From here on out, everything's gonna be in light mode. And you're just gonna. You see, I've seen worse in the Sonic fandoms. Trust me. Trust me. DeviantArt is a place you don't want to step in for that, or even for Infinity. Oh shit. Man, don't get me started on Fur Infinity. I never even read any fan fictions. That's the thing. I was like, my friends were always the one that would introduce me. I never actually sought them out. And it's like, while I know there are definitely worse, this is me. This came out of my body. All this came from this mind. A 12-year-old mind. You don't understand. A 12-year-old came up with this and made this into the thing that we see here today. And that's probably why it's so much worse for me. I'm stalling. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it. Chapter 2. So now we're in Where Heroes Unleashed episode 2, Sonic Boom. Remember, this is before the show. This is like back in like, what, 2010? It had to be 2000. It was like before Generations, but it's like obviously after Unleashed. All right, so let's see. I awoken from my sleep to see Kristen watching TV. Turns out she and I are still much tired. Morning, Gerald, she said. Morning, Kristen, I said back as I put my hand on my head. I felt like I did during the shock yesterday. Then it hit me. I looked at my hand. I lost my place. I looked at my hand and realized that I'm human again. Then I looked at Kristen, and she was human as well. In fact, she was wearing the same thing she wore last night. Kristen, did you notice that we're human again? I asked. Oh, God, some of that came back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Christ almighty. Make sure I get some water. Huh? She looked at herself. Wow, she said. The effects that happened to us must have been temporary, huh? Oh, man, I said with distort. I really enjoyed being a werehog, even though it was only for like 5 minutes. It was distorted, so I guess it was distorted. I don't have my voice mod ready to go. Whatever. Werewolves are better than werehogs. Not true. Can werewolves stretch their arms? No. My point exactly. Whatever. Connor needs us outside at 12 o'clock noon at Maynard Park. What? Alright. I should have just said noon, but... Okay, cool. Okay, I'll be there. Where are Connor and the others anyway? Everyone went home, and Connor is at Denny's getting breakfast. Okay, well, I'm going home. See you at 12. Alright, see ya. That doesn't count as a cringe. That does not count as a cringe or a breaking character. I'm just going to let you know. That was what my character would actually do in the story. Because I do want to say, side note, why did I choose Denny's? I don't even like Denny's. I don't think I've ever really... I've only been to Denny's like twice in my entire life. I don't know why I chose Denny's. Okay, let's see. Don't remember, I can't break character, otherwise I gotta drink this nasty stuff again. Which I'm already a quarter of the way through. It's 94 proof too, Jesus Christ. Anyway. Maynard Park, 12 o'clock noon, Saturday. It was the name of the park that I used to go to as a child. The park seems almost deserted. Grant, my brother, and I met up with the others near the track. Let's get the character out. Thank you for coming, Connor said. So why you call us out here on a Saturday? Shelby asked. You see, we have all been equipped with superpowers, thanks to somebody who didn't listen when I said, do not press the big red button. Everyone looked at me. Hey, I wasn't listening. You bored me. I really wish I had my soundboard up so I could have the laugh track going. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we need to learn how to use them. So, we should practice. Wait a minute, I said. I have more experience with superpowers and heroes. I should be the one calling the practices. We wouldn't have to call practices if you hadn't pressed the button. Man, can you hold a grudge? You act as if it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Gerald, stop, Alex interrupted. Let's just practice. But I thought everyone had control of our powers. Huh? I thought we already had control of our power. It should be their power. Okay, so that tripped me out for a minute. And I added, we, meaning Kristen and I, don't have our powers anymore. Gotta get the glasses. I am aware of that. But we don't want to have the same mishap as last night. And who knows? You could have more than one, like Shelby, kind of explained. And I love it. Shelby had explained in the shape of a hawk. Jet the hawk. Haha. Oh. Okay, without further ado, let's get to it. I realized I said that back then. I said that a lot. I said that a lot in my early videos too. Without further ado, let's get to it. Don't press the big red button, damn you. Look, I wasn't listening, dog. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't listening. I had no control over it. Oh. Let's see. Okay, so I guess the conversation lasted. We practiced for about 30 minutes, and now it's 30 minutes later. 12:30 p.m. on a Saturday in Manor Park. Okay, let's have a race around the park. The first one back wins. The winner becomes leader of the pack. Gerald, Kristen, you're doing it too. We were sitting on a fallen tree, watching the others have fun with their powers while ours are gone. Forever. Okay, I said. We all got behind a white line on the grass. You're going down, Gerald, Oscar said. Shut up, Oscar. I don't know why I wrote Oscar to be super aggressive. I think I always told him to shut up back as a kid. I don't remember. So, here we go. On your mark, Connor said. Grant started to levitate. Shelby turned into a cheetah, and Alex conjured up some flames at his feet. Get set! Oscar, Kristen, and I got into like the starting position that runners do at the Olympics. And Connor turned his lane to pure ice. Which, if you don't know what I mean when I said that, I meant something like this. I need to move this chair out the way because it's too much space. You need to know exactly what I was meaning when I said that. So, when I say starting position, I meant that we were down like this. That butt high. Ready to go with the leg kind of switched back a bit. I can't bend that low because I have jeans on. But it's like, and I'm fat. But it's like that. You feel me? With the butt as high as it can go. That's the first time I ever did that in my life. I've never done that. I don't know why. Whew, boy, that acted like something to hit. Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely starting to hit the brain, fool. But I'm doing good so far. You know, give your boy some props. I'm starting to do good, not cringing through it. And you guys are doing good and not calling me out. I appreciate that. Gonna have some water just to kind of offset it. Remember, if you're underage, I don't encourage drinking. But if you do drink, make sure you have plenty of water, you have food in your system. That's how you prevent stuff like hangovers and some of the more negative effects. And try not to drink to the point where you don't hear yourself. That's my little PSA. Now back to the cringe. Alright, so Connor turned his lane to pure ice. Go! Every got into a huge start. Oscar cheated by pushing me into Kristen, which knocked us down. We started running. Halfway through the race, we were dead last. We need to do something, Kristen said as she tried to catch her breath. Maybe if we try, our powers will come. Oh, the alcohol really wants to come back up. Yeah, right, I said, as I also tried to catch my breath. As if all of a sudden I zoomed past them in a sonic boom. All of a sudden, my feet got faster. My speed increased. What's going on? Kristen had grabbed onto me as I increased in speed. Then, in an instant, Connor, who was in first place, followed by Alex, then Shelby, then Greg, then Oscar, could hear a boom. What's that? Grant asked. They all looked back to see me coming up fast. I had black wings all around me, like I was a black speeding arrow. God damn it! I got tripped up by black speeding because I'm like, is it? I was like tripped up because I didn't know if it was because I wanted to be shadow or because I'm physically black. And it was like, yeah, I'm a black speeding arrow, boy, because get it, I'm black, Shadow's black. Alright, one more. It sucks. Alright, come on. Pour a little bit in there. Got that going. Again, the soothing music is what's keeping me going, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Alright, cheers to the viewers who are watching only on YouTube but on Twitch. Alright, cool. That one went down a lot easier than I thought. I don't ever chase my stuff. Alright, come on. I can't break character, otherwise I gotta keep drinking. I don't wanna have to keep doing that. Okay, let's see. Like a black speeding arrow. That's where I left off. Okay. I had produced a sonic boom, which made me faster than the speed of sound. I had gone from last to first and finished 2 minutes before everyone else. I then crashed into a tree. Appreciate you. Wow! Everyone said. So everyone's got to say it as well. Wow. So. Doc lost it in my brain. I hit that point where I had to load for a second. I apologize. Woo, baby. Alright. So I got super speed. Awesome, I said. But which one of you is gonna be leader? Connor asked. What? I said. Your back? I looked at my back to see Kristen had hung onto my chest for dear life. Her hair popped up into an afro. Kristen was also black, just for context. Oh, I said as I laughed. I forgot you hung on to me. You think? You can let go now. Nah, I'm cool. So, do you want to be leader, Kristen? Nah, you deserve it, but you owe me one. Okay, so we're officially superheroes, I said happily. We only had... Forgot the glasses. Jesus Christ. We only had one practice, Connor said. We're learning the field. I have a feeling I'm going to regret making that bet. Whatever. Let's just go home. Okay, everyone else said. And I'll take you home since there will be no possibility of you getting off my back. After that little speed boost today, I don't see why I should. Alright, but I'm doing it again. Gerald, don't. I started to run. Gerald, I mean it. Hang on, I said as I performed another sonic boom. Meanwhile, in a dark room somewhere in Austin, 1 p.m. Saturday, I lived in Austin, Texas. There's a figure of a medium-sized man in front of a weary light. Doctor, a Hoidsburg said, I sense that the hero of light has gained his power. Find him. Capture him. And destroy him. Yes, sir. And then the light shut off. That was chapter 2, and I've never felt more alive in my entire life. So, As you can see, we got some suspense going on. We all got my powers. I now have super speed. I'm about as fast as Sonic, except I'm 10 times faster. And what I hate, and I know this is going to be a thing moving forward, is that I rank myself as a ladies' man when I know for a fact I was a dork. I was an absolute dork as a kid. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no... what is the phrase nowadays? I had absolutely no riz. That's it. I'm feeling so alive. Thank you, man. Bro, I'm glad you're also feeling alive. It's like I've reached a point of like tipsy where it's like I feel like I'm connected to the universe. It's like I'm connected to Jesus Christ and God himself, and I feel like I can convene against everything. It's just... I hope I don't get to the point where I start slurring. That's gonna be bad. I have a pretty high tolerance, but at the same time, this alcohol is 94 proof, which, if you don't know, that means it's really, really strong. I know me and my friends are gonna play something later. I don't know if we're gonna play it on stream or not. I'll ask them whenever it's time. But it's gonna be real. It's gonna be something. Thank God I'm gonna work tomorrow. Alright, so now we're gonna get into chapter 3. The Werehog returns. This is Where Heroes Unleashed, chapter 3. Remember, if I cringe or break character, I can laugh in between things, but if I break character, I gotta drink. And I would prefer not to do it. Alright, so now this is going to be, I believe this is the same day. So I think I wrote this to be the same day. So this is like later that night. 6:30, Saturday. If it makes sense to be next week, we'll make it next week, whatever. I don't know exactly what I intended. Okay, so Maida Park, 6:30 p.m. Saturday. The guys, meaning Alex, Connor, Oscar, and I, were wandering around with my new camera I got from my parents that I had Connor hold on to. Come to think of it, I think only Connor's parents know about our little power incident. Which I think I remember because my parents gave me an actual camera. I think I might still have it. No, I don't. It's not in the room. It's like in the attic somewhere. But it's like, I definitely remember my parents just giving me a camera, and I was absolutely stoked to like record stuff, you know, as a kid. Also, I want to keep playing Shimshan. Sorry, let me correct this music thing. So I want to make sure that I want to make sure we keep getting the boy. He's gonna be the theme of today's cringe. He's just gonna deal with it. Shout out Shimshan. Get tight. I'll leave a link of his stuff afterwards, but he's gonna be the soundtrack of this cringe, and he's just gonna deal with it. Ooh boy, yeah, this stuff started to take to the head. I'm telling you what. All right, so how you guys felt about our new powers? I asked. I feel great. I never knew how awesome it would be to control fire, Alex said. And ice, Connor followed up. And be super strong, Oscar continued. And to have super speed, I finished. Meanwhile, at Shelby's house at the same time, I guess that was just the extent of that conversation. Ugh. Ooh, wait. I didn't realize I had their last names, but I'm not even friends with them. And it's like 10 years ago, so I think it's fine. Meanwhile, the girls decided to have a little get-together. Over there was Kristen, Shelby, and for some strange reason, Grant. Now, I feel bad about this because as a child, it's like, I remember Greg used to have very feminine traits, but turns out, you know, he was gay and he was coming to terms with that. because you know he always used to play with dolls and all that. He's always been that way. And just like I remember I used to bully him relentlessly for that before I became based and realized that it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I don't care if you're gay, straight, non-binary, whatever. You're still. It matters. What matters is your actions. I'm drunk. And say, hey, at least we can be honest. It's no worse than Chris Chan back in the day. Do not get me started on Chris Chan. That we will be here forever. I do not want another 8-hour stream. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I have to be honest with myself and saying, like, yeah, back then it was definitely a bit of homophobia, and I ain't gonna even cap. I ain't like that now, but it wasn't like that back then. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this stuff's starting to hit real fast. And we still got like 13 chapters after this. I don't know if I'm gonna last. But luckily, I can keep a straight face. See, I haven't drank in a while. Let's see. Also, Mirage Ramadan and Brianna Jones, two friends that just weren't... Hold on. Also, Mirage Raman and Brianna Jones, two friends just weren't there at the incident. Weren't there. Lucky, I should have gone to Connor's stupid party, Brianna said. I remember because I used to talk to Brianna a lot as a kid. We used to be good friends. But then she disappeared. I wonder what happened to her. I see you have the best Sonic game with the spray. Yep, you see it. You see it, Doug. One of the best right there. Because this is what this fanfiction is about. Peak. It's like, it doesn't hit the highs of Sonic Adventure for me, but you know what? It's in my top 5. Where in my top 5? I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So was Gerald that stupid to push the button? Mirage asked. Well, yeah, it was accidental. Kristen answered Ed. But Connor did strictly say at the beginning of his speech, and I quote, "Do not go near the machine, and do not press the big red button," unquote. How clear can he get, man? Grant said. What I want to know is why didn't he listen? That shock was painful, Shelby said. Well, Brianna answered, it's not like him to take orders from nobody, especially Connor. According to what he said. So, Shelby, can you morph into any animal? No, duh, Shelby said. This is where I'm going to stop, because I'm not a girl type. I gotta take another drink. Oh my goodness, no. You talk about Unleashed? Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, trust me, I know you're talking about Unleashed. You know why? Because you're subscribed and you're here, that means you're a man of culture. That's how I know you're talking about Unleashed. If you weren't talking about Unleashed, you were talking about Adventure. There's one of those two, because otherwise you're not based. I'm just mad I gotta take a drink because I made myself to such a badass. It's just like, I don't take orders from nobody. And at least I had the self-awareness to know I can't write for girls. Because I'm like, I don't know what girls talk about. I'm putting it off because I really don't want it. But you know what? It's the deal, and I gotta do it. I'm about to be wasted by the end of this. And it's like, I'm not even taking that much. I'm already like, you can see right here. I'm like a quarter of the way through the bottle already. Christ almighty. Let's see. I remember getting Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, but I didn't know it was an Xbox version, which allows you to do so much more. Childhood days could have been better. The thing is, I didn't even... Like, I knew there was a Wii version, but I didn't know it was, like, a downgraded version. Like, I had no idea it was, like, completely different from the Xbox version. To be honest, the only reason I have an Xbox is because of Sonic Unleashed and Sonic 06. A game that is unironically in my top 5 as well. But it's like I remember getting it. I remember it was like I got it on Christmas and I had to wait, but they let me get one gift. They gave me get 2 gifts a bit early. Then I had to wait for Christmas for the rest. And I remember I played the absolute mess of the Sonic 06. I mean, not Sonic 06. Sonic Unleashed. Because I chose Sonic Unleashed first. Like when I think about it, with the exception of the Switch, every console that I have was because of Sonic, because I wanted to play a Sonic game. Like I got the PS4 because of Sonic Forces, which wasn't a good investment when you think about it. I got the Wii because of Sonic and the Secret Rings. Got the Xbox because of Sonic Unleashed. I got the Wii U because I wanted to play Sonic Lost World. I still haven't played it yet. I don't even have it. I want to order it, but I just can't bring myself to do it. That's the thing. I never played Unleashed. Like I never played the Wii version. I really think I should play it sometime. Because I think I would like it. Just because, I mean, I'm not that big. First of all, let me stop putting this off. This was for you, Goku Black. Ugh. Where am I? I was trying to remember because I didn't know where I was for a minute. But it's like, man. It's like, I hope you can see, at the very least, I had a super big love for Sonic. I still have it to this day. I think it died off during high school because I was ashamed of the fact that I like video games. But nowadays, I'm just like, whatever. I like Sonic. I like video games. If you don't like that, kick rocks. Whatever. You don't even have to like it. I know most of my best friends are not into Sonic. But you know what? I did, hopefully we're foster the community that does. And, in the future, we can talk more about Sonic. I definitely want to do Sonic Unleashed OST because you got that on my mind. So I think I definitely have plans to do that beforehand, but I think I may move them up a bit. It has its own positives, like the Gaia Gates and a unique take and boost gameplay. Really? Okay, I definitely gotta try it because I know the Gaia Gates was probably one of the only things I didn't like that much about Unleashed. Just the fact that things were hidden about. You had to find the sun, the moonstones from the levels, and you had to really search for them in the daytime stages in order for you to really get through. Because the nighttime stages are meant for explorations. Oh boy. And then don't get me started about Eggman Land. Eggman Land still haunts my nightmares. I can't believe I beat that as a kid. I'm pretty sure I could beat that now, but it's like I don't know if I could do the hot dog stages now right now. I might be able to, but I need to get my Xbox working. My Xbox doesn't work right now. I know what's wrong with it. I just gotta take it apart and fix it. Maybe that'll be a stream where I fix it and then play Unleashed. I don't know. Y'all got me in an Unleashed mood. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyway, enough stalling and all this. Let's go ahead and get back to this. So, I decided not to write dialogue for women because at least I had enough self-awareness to know I don't know what I'm talking about with that. So we go to 15 minutes later in Manor Park, Saturday. The guys and I were fighting, as usual, but with our powers. The park almost closed, so we walked back to my house. That was way past cool, y'all, I said. I'm cool and hot at the same time. So what are we gonna do back at your house before we have to go, Alex said. Play Halo Reach, I said. Yeah, everyone in the pack said. I never owned Halo. I've never in my life owned Halo in my life. I hadn't even played it till high school. So I don't know. I guess it's because people really talked about it in middle school that I was like, I wanted to sound cool. I never played Halo in high school, in the middle school. I never played it. Let's see. Everyone in the pack say, halfway home, the streetlights came on. Then I started to kneel down. I suddenly had a black force around me. And at Shelby's house, so did Kristen. You alright, man? Connor and Shelby asked at the same time, as if they were twins. I roared as my voice had gone deeper, and then the werehog form came back on both of us. Think about Unleashed, that first scene when it becomes night, and then that's when Sonic figures out that when it becomes night, he becomes the werehog. Think of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, the thing about alcohol when it gets to me is like I don't become super incoherent until I get drunk. But like when it starts, I think I start to become heavy. Water tastes like nothing. And that scares me. It's like I don't think I've ever played Halo Reach in my life. I played a Halo at like my friend's church camp once. I don't know if it was Halo Reach or Halo. It was a different Halo. I remember really liking Halo. I think it was the original Halo because we did multiplayer. I remember really liking it. I just never got the games. I need to actually get them at some point because I'm a gamer. I need to actually play them. Anyway, what the? I said. Gerald, the werehog is back! Connor exclaimed. I don't know what I did with my glasses. I can't find my glasses. There they are. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. My glasses were right here. It was like right on my right. I'm starting to lose it. Just so you know, I do have a cutoff. I do have a certain cutoff at some point. And I'm going to have something else going on. I didn't expect for me to take almost half the bottle for cringing. I didn't expect that. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I was better at holding it in than that. Alright, so when night falls, I turn into this. I said, not bad, I guess. So now we're in... that was my old house, but I had no idea I put that there. I had no idea I doxed myself. I'm glad I didn't put my actual address. Okay. Okay. So it's 7 o'clock third night on my hometown, like my home street. Saturday. No. On the way home, I passed Mr. Waterpower's house. He's a complete OC. Do not steal. He was like the peaceful old man you see in movies or TV shows, but not tonight. Here, hey, dude, what happened? He said. He hated hearing words like that. He seems to have a bottle of beer in his hands. He never drank though. Only his son. Ron Power. I didn't like him much. I made up characters. I made up completely fictional characters. That is... I'm not cringing on it. But Jesus Christ, dude. Mr. Water Power. Are you okay? Never better, homie. Hey, Gerald, Connor said. Let's take a picture of him like this. Okay, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. What could possibly go wrong with one little picture? Hey, shout out to Bubsy. I posed next to him. So hit the pose as you take the picture. Connor took a picture of Mr. Water Power, and then he fainted. Then, the same force field I had when I turned into the werehog form appeared around his unconscious body. Then 4 purple monsters came out of that force field. Then let out a powerful war. So large that I'm surprised it didn't disturb anybody. They were controlling Mr. Water Power. Oh no! Connor said as we all started to run with the monsters following us. Then the monsters was like a foot away from Mr. Water Power. When the monsters were a foot away from Mr. Water Power, it hit me. I got in front of them and stretched my arms to block their path. You guys, as soon as they stopped, We have superpowers. Remember? We all murmured in agreement and turned towards the monsters. We all prepared to battle. Our first battle began. To be continued. Oh, snap! I'm going. My head is super heavy. Oh my goodness, I did not expect to get to the point where I'm drunk. I'm still in control of my actions. So just to be fair, I know my limits. So the moment I know that I've had enough, I could probably take about 3 more before I know I've had enough. Because I don't want to get to the point where I'm not in control of what I'm doing. That's the thing about this, and the Christian perspective. Don't ever drink to the point where you're not in control of what you're doing. You need to make sure that you're at least able to make solid decisions. Decisions is a funny word, dude. Oh my goodness! All right, folks. I know you guys are enjoying this. Let me know how much you are enjoying my childhood as we get into chapter 4, the battle. This is 4. We got 3 down. We got about 13 more to go. It's gonna be longer than I thought. The alcohol is no good, but seriously, don't overdo it. Yeah, of course. I'm thinking because of how this is going, this may have to be a 2-parter. We may have to pick this up another day. Just because I know I'm not gonna overdo my limits, but at the same time, I know this is gonna take a while, and I don't want to cram it all in when we could just space it out and enjoy the cringe over time. All right, so okay, this is my old house. Parents don't even live there anymore. But now we're in chapter 4, the battle. We got ready for the first battle of our lives. Connor covered his fist in pure fire. Connor covered himself as ice, as Iceman does. And Oscar pounded his fist together like the Hulk as, for me, I stood there, arms crossed with a grin, which scared the crap out of Connor when he looked in that direction. I'm so cool and epic. The monsters just stood there. There were 4 of them. If you weren't paying attention to episode 3, that's 1 for each of us. All that practicing crap that Connor made us, go through, all that practicing crap that Connor made us, them go through, would probably pay off. Probably. Then, at an instant, it disappeared back into Mr. Waters' body. Then, he got right back up and continued being his wired self. I thought, could those monsters be what caused Mr. Water Power's weird predicament, I wondered? What just happened? Alex asked. Those monsters, I had accidentally said it out loud. They came out at the flash of the camera. Connor, take Mr. Water Power's picture again and make sure the flash is on. Okay. Why? Those monsters come out of him with the flash of the camera. Once out, we only have a few minutes before we return inside of him. So take the picture. I want you to keep in mind, iPhones had just came out. It's not like nowadays where it's like everyone has one. It's like almost a necessity. Back then, it was like a rarity. It was like a high end item because it just came out, I believe. I feel my lips getting heavy. Yeah, no. It's luckily I'm not gonna cringe anymore. But we're gonna make again, we're gonna practice safe drinking habits. Okay, jeez. Connor took a picture, and then the monsters returned to the place they disappeared. I yelled, "Attack!" Then the monsters got into attack position and charged at each one of us. Alex started to spin around while encasing himself in fire. Casing spelled with an E, but it's fine. Turning into a controlled fire tornado. and one of the monsters flew into the air. I was thinking like I think I was thinking of Blaze whenever in Sonic 06 when she does a double jump. Think of that. It's like that old Vine bit with the old woman. Take the damn picture. I never saw that. I have no idea. After this chapter's over, remind me to look at that. Because we want to make sure we get to this masterpiece. Because we're almost a fourth of the way through. Let's see. Alex then blasted him into the air. Connor turned his opponent into ice and broke it, shattering the monster. Then a force field came around the area where the monster once stood, and then little bits of electricity came into me while I was defeating my monster. See, since the werehog is in the video game which I most frequently play, I know many tricks, as in combat moves. I used one of my favorite moves, the King Kong hands, which let me stretch my hands, then make... I know I gotta take a drink. I'll do that in a minute. Let me finish the sentence. I use one of my favorite moves, the King Kong hands, which lets me stretch my hands to make them grow twice the normal size and mash him. Then it did the same Connor's did, as did Oscar's and Alex, two of which are better left unsaid. Then Mr. Waterpower got up, back to his old self. His glasses were broken, so he didn't see us in powered form, so he went back inside as if nothing happened. My eyes flashed purple for a moment. Gerald, are you okay? Alex asked. I turned to him. That was awesome, dude! I yelled in excitement. We all agreed as we continued our way to my house, where my parents would throw a huge fit. Most because I'm going to have to explain why I'm like this. Yeah, I realized at this point I didn't really go home, which I wrote in the story that I went home. No, I went home, but they didn't see me in the werehog form, so it's fine. It's not a contradiction. See, I was smart enough to not write contradictions. See, I knew about plot holes. Ha! Shout out Cinnamonsons. Anyway, I did stop myself at that point because I think it was called the King Kong hands, but you know that move where the werehog does the boom 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 boom. That move. That's what I was thinking of when I wrote that. I didn't realize I actually wrote that. It is one of my favorite moves in the game. At least the last time I played. I don't know. I also like the cartwheel move. I don't know. What's your favorite move in Sonic Unleashed? As I get another drink. After this, I have two more. After this, I'm done. Actually, make that one more because a key sign is the fact that I'm having trouble holding the bottle. Alright. This one goes to all the people who watched my last video about the Sonic Chronicles soundtrack, which was actually better than I thought. Still not that great, but it's better than you think. This goes to all 22 of you who watched it. If you haven't watched it, I'll give a link in the description in a bit that leads out to that. Anyway, bottoms up. Alright, so that was chapter 4. But I remember specifically I wrote a separate chapter for the ladies because I wanted to make this story super dynamic. So this is obviously the part of the story where I'm thinking that this part is like the next part is gonna be me writing from the girl's perspective because I think something happens. I have no idea what, but I'm pretty sure something happens that allows them to fight monsters in their bed and all that. The question is, I wrote all this, but I didn't include Dark Gaia. There's no reason. So, like, canonically, there's no reason for these monsters to be here. But I guess they came out the game, so I'm assuming that the game world became the real world. Because, you know, again, the Soy Boy. Sonic Unleashed thing is super duper dope. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am. It's time to lose it. For those of you who are new, first of all, thank you for watching. Secondly, we're doing the challenge where I'm trying to read my own fanfiction. Every time I cringe or break character, I gotta take a drink. And I've drinking kind of a lot at this point. Now I'm while we're taking this deep breather, I want to take this moment to say that I'm glad that Sonic Unleashed is seen as a really good game. Because it really is. I'm pouring more water to my water bottle so you can have some time to kind of cool off a bit. But Sonic Unleashed is honestly a really good game. I am thinking about playing. I'm playing it as a live stream, maybe. What do you guys think? I don't know if I can get it working on my Xbox, and my computer's not strong enough to do an emulator and stream at the same time. And I'm definitely not doing a Let's Play. Not on this. If I ever do Let's Plays again, it's definitely gonna be on the second channel. It's gonna be on a second channel or something. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to be playing. I definitely need to finish playing Breath of the Wild. Because I did one part, I hadn't finished it. But again, what is something that you guys want to see? The thing about Thursdays is that it's kind of free fall, so it's kind of whatever. Based on how this one's going, I may save the rest of it for next time. Not the rest of it. We're still gonna read more. But I may stop at the halfway point and then do the other half. And next time. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions as far as what you guys want to see, again, let me know in the comments. I see you guys both, whether you're on YouTube or if you're on the Twitch. And of course, you know, big thanks to you guys for viewing and watching and all that good stuff. I do appreciate you guys being here to have experienced the cringe that is my fan fiction. And with that said, we're going to move on to episode 5. So next up, we have... want to make sure we can see all of it. Next up, we have episode 5. Girls Fight In. I don't know why I put in. Excuse me. You deserve the support. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do my best. I think, yeah, okay. So, meanwhile, Shelby's house, 6:30, Sunset, Saturday. I think this is a continuation of from episode 3. But I think I wrote it that way. So, Shelby, can you morph into animal? Brianna asked. No, I can morph into a plant. Yes, I can morph into animals, smart one. I already told you that, I replied. She laughed and then excused herself to go get a snack from the kitchen. When she left, I said, Grad, no offense, but why are you here? What did I say? I think I'm writing this in the perspective of Kristen. I think I'm writing this from Kristen's perspective. Kristen being my crush, who I absolutely totally didn't make creepy, that I liked. Grant, no offense, why are you here? Oh, it's funny that you should ask, because actually, I don't remember exactly what I said. I'm glad I stopped myself. I don't know what I was going to say to that. He started to say, but all of a sudden, Brianna burst to the go. Because he's gay, she said, laughing hysteric. Oh, okay. So I just straight out said that. Grant, if you're watching this for whatever reason, I love you, brother. I am so sorry I gave you a hard time about your sexuality back then. Jesus Christ. Okay. What? No, I'm not, Grant said defensively. Brianna laughed some more and fell down. She was acting really weird. Brianna, are you okay? Miraz asked. I'm great. Are you guys okay? She said and laughed some more. Then Kristen started laughing too. Okay, so I'm not writing this from Kristen's perspective. Okay. Whatever. Mistakes are mistakes. This is beast. We have to take a video of her. But then your camera has video on there. I'll get it, Kristen said. When she got it out, she handed it to me so I could take the video. What do you mean she handed it to me? I'm not there. She handed it to me so I could take the video. Make sure it's on video mode and not camera mode, Kristen said. I got it. I don't know whose perspective I'm writing. This is very confusing. I got it. I pressed the button and a flash went off. Oops, I don't got it. Then Brianna stopped laughing and fell to the floor. She gasped. We gasped. All of a sudden, 4 purple freaks appeared out of a force field. It looked like the ones that surrounded Kristen when she changed into a werehog. What are those things? Miraz asked it frantically. I'm not sure. Why don't I ask? I said. Hey, I said to the purple monsters. Who the hell are you? I must be ready for Kristen. We're going to assume I'm ready for Kristen's perspective. Hey, I said to the purple monsters. Who the hell are you? Oh, I used the hell word. Oh, I'm super edgy. Ugh. They responded with trying to punch Kristen and me. Whose perspective am I writing in? That's not a breaking character. I'm not there. I'm absolutely not there. Whatever. Oh, they responded with trying to punch Kristen and me. The arm stretched out like Kristen's did when she is in werehog form. We dogged the punches, but just barely. Okay, if that's how you want it, Kristen said before she stretched her arms out and punched one of them in the throat. It stumbled back and coughed. Then the fight really got started. Miraz ran into the closet and slammed the door shut behind her. Meanwhile, Kristen was beating down 2 of the monsters while Grant and I took the other 2. Kristen snapped both of their necks, and Grant picked up one with his mind and slammed it against the floor, landed it head first. I had turned into a tiger. Oh, okay. I'm ready from Shelby's perspective. Okay. So this is Shelby's perspective. So, just so you know, Shelby, because she was one of my best friends back in the day. I was a really cringy kid. She does not talk to me, and I do not blame her. This is from Kristen. This is from Shelby, the one that can turn into animals, turn invisible, and I gave her all those powers for some reason. Let's see. I turned into a tiger and I mauled the last one and sliced his throat with my claws. They fell to the floor one by one. Then, the same force field that had brought them here took them away, leaving nothing but a mess in my room. As the force field came, purple electricity, the very same time of the accident, came into Kristen. Whoa, what was that all about? Miraz said as she came out the closet. Ow, my head, Kristen said as she came to. What happened? You, fell asleep, Grant said, and I got in a fight with purple monsters. I'm not cringing, that's what the script says. Just... Look, Mom's gonna freak out when she sees this. Y'all want to spend the night while we clean up? Hold on. Look, Mom's gonna freak out when she sees this. Y'all want to spend the night while we clean up? I asked. Everyone said yes. Not you! Go home, Brent! I said, why? Your brother's probably worried sick about you. And don't tell him about what happened. We'll tell him Monday. Come, Brianna, I'll tell you what really happened. Okay, Greg and Brianna said. Oh, she wrote this. Okay. Oh, okay. So Shelby wrote this. I commissioned my best friend to write this part. I didn't even know. I didn't know that this part was completely written by her. It sounded so similar to my style. I had zero idea that she wrote this. I should definitely hit her up. I need to hit her up. Cause I know she's there's some dude and I know she's doing good right now, but I need to hit her up just to see how she's, just to let her know what she's doing and all that. Oh my goodness. We used to be super tight. Because I used to be that kid back in middle school where I would have crushes with everyone, but I remember I had a crush on Kristen the hardest. But it was like, I used to be like, oh, you gave me positive affection. I guess we're supposed to be lovers now. I guess we're destined to be together for the rest of our lives. Like, I still remember, as I'm pulling up episode 6, I remember my first kiss was with a girl, and it was just kind of like a truth or dare thing during class. And then as we did it, I remember thinking as a kid was like, this is gonna be my wife for the rest of my life. And I remember she was a twin, because I know I have a really good ability to kind of tell twins apart if I know them. Like, it's easy to tell twins apart because the timbre in their voice is similar, but it's not exactly the same. And I always had a good ear for that. It just, the way they look was always just slight. It was like different enough to where I could tell the difference. So like, even if they switch places, like one would go to class, like they would switch places and all that, I could still tell was them as a kid. I was really smart. I was super cool and super dope and super fly. Yeah. I'm drunk. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoying this. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting this to go. I was not expecting this to go as well. It's good. So I got amazed because I touched my arm and I realized I was very intrigued by the sensation of me touching my arm. So I think I'm gonna stop myself here. I may do one more if I cringe, but at this point, I think I'm not going to do any more. Because again, I wasn't expecting this to be... It's not as nasty as I thought, but this is 94 proof. Again, this is super potent. So, I have a strong tolerance. I've taken... I don't even know how many I've taken. Like what? 6, 7 shots? And I'm definitely halfway through the bottle. I'm almost halfway through the bottle. So I think I'll do one more if I cringe. And after that, that's when I'm going to stop. And you guys are going to deal with that because I'm not trying to get to the point where I puke and all that. Luckily, I've taken steps to... Of course, we all take steps to make sure we don't alcohol poison all that. Because we're drinking water. And I've already eaten a full meal full of carbs and all that. So that's also soaking up some of the alcohol. And I have a high tolerance, so it'll come through pretty fast. So I'm pretty sure I'll be good by the time I go to bed. This water tastes like nothing. This water absolutely tastes like nothing. Alright, fellas. Let's continue on with the story. So next up we have episode 6. So we'll read 6 and 7, and I'll probably end it at 7. Just because I know I need to stop myself at some point. And I want to make sure we keep the punishment thing going. So next up is episode 6, Meeting Dr. Metallic, part 1. Which Dr. Metallic, I'm going solely based off of memory. I haven't read this. I have no idea what's going to happen from here on. Reading this forward, I remember I wrote Dr. Metallic to be a combination of Dr. Cortex from Crash Bandicoot and Dr. Eggman. Oh, gracious. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. So now, this is 2 days later. So we're at school. This is 11:50 a.m. Monday. I used to get up that early for school. Wow. That was crazy. We all told each other about what happened with the monsters. So it seems we both encountered the same monsters. I have not been putting the glasses on at all when I read Connor. But yeah. So it seems we both encountered the same monsters, Connor said. Gracious. No, duh, stupid. Weren't you listening? Shelby said. It's a statement, not a question. Anyway, you said they have the same powers like us, right? I asked. Right, so Shelby said. So they can only come out at night and a weak to light. So they need a host to protect them. If that's true, Kristen said, how come we aren't going crazy like Mr. WP and Brianna? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just glad there's finally some action going on in Texas. It was getting boring. And just to be safe, don't tell anyone else about our powers. Let's just make it our little secret, okay? We all agreed as the 2-minute warning bell rang. We better get to homeroom. Sorry, this is Oscar. We better get to homeroom, y'all. See you in Spanish, Shelby, Kristen said. Bye, she said back. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember all of us used to have Spanish. About to go, but it's good to hang out with you and enjoy this. Keep up the good work and survive the rest of the cringe. I'll do my best, dog. I'll do my best. Let's see. So this is social studies class. 1:20 p.m. Monday. Our teacher, Mr. Eskandel, was teaching us on current events by watching the news on his computer. So, I said to myself, these monsters, where did they come from? Who's the main leader? Right when I asked the last question, we all heard a scream. What's that? Mr. E said. We all went outside to see a man in a floating carrier thing. Looked like the air carrier that Eggman rode all the time. The man laughed very evilly. Who are you? Kristen said. What? You dare speak to me like that? I am Dr. P.H. Metallic, the greatest scientific genius in the world. Could you tell that I really like Sonic Adventure? I have come to seek world domination of this planet. And you're at our school because... Zeta asked as I pulled her to the back of the crowd with everyone else. It came to my attention that the hero of light has been detected. I've narrowed the search down to this school. So I'm gonna kidnap you all and run some tests. While the doctor was talking about his plan, I stuck my powered friends to our locker area. You guys, I said to them, this is it. We can save them, Dr. Metallic. But how, smart one? Shelby said. You said we can't let people know about our powers, remember? So we put on costumes with that crappy play. And make freak superhero names. So what do you say? I don't like this, Connor said, but I guess you don't have a choice. Okay then, I calls the blue outfit, I said as I zoomed into the closet. Was there a play on there? I don't even remember, dude. It's been so long. If there was, it was a science academy. There wasn't any arts. If there was, it was very minimal. Like recorders and stuff like that. Meanwhile, back to the French area, Dr. Metallic had finished explaining his plan. Oh yeah, Doctor? You and what army? I'm so glad you said that. Robots? Then, about 1,000 robots were right behind them. So just come along peacefully. All of hope seemed to be lost. Then, a black wind formed around the fence area. Not so fast, dude! A mysterious voice said. Who dares to rebel against me? I do, I said. Say hello to your new hero, Shadow! I said as I appeared in front of the crowd. I had a blue and black outfit with a black superhero-like mask. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just for context, I'm using that thing where, you know that thing from Sonic 06, the beginning cutscene? Where like, oh, there's a fly somewhere. It's like a little fly. But, you know that thing from Sonic 06 where he's spinning around and causes that blue vortex? Think of that. It's definitely, it's special, it's definitely, it's that. I am losing my mind. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was buffering for a bit. Anyway, let's continue on with the cringe. But I remember I asked them what they wanted to be named in this fanfiction. So what you're gonna see is names that they came up with themselves, I believe. Let's see. So I appeared with the black superhero-like mask and mysterious Jade. Kristen says she jumped off the roof and landed on the floor wearing a green outfit. And Fireman! Alex said as he landed on the floor with fire surrounding his feet. He looked like Fire Mario. And Barrel Mistress, Shelby said as she flew over the crowd and turned into a human wearing a blackish outfit. And the Silver Light with Smash Car. Grant said as he levitated himself and Oscar to the floor. Grant was wearing a white outfit because he's Silver the Hedgehog, get it? While Oscar wore a red outfit because he's basically Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles. Jesus Christ. And Ice Boy, Connor said as he rolled from the ground in a pool of ice, covered in ice. The doctor started to laugh hysterically. He is basically Iceman, Connor. So, Dr. Metallic said, these people are going to stop me? How foolish. Robots, attack these heroes. Then, his carrier thing released a huge ball with a chain hooked on it. Then he let out another evil laugh. To be continued. So yeah, he's basically like the first boss from Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember my first Sonic game being Sonic Break Collection Plus. Sonic Break Collection Plus was what my dad brought home. He brought it home from work one day because he was a pastor, but he also worked at I think he worked at Pizza Hut at the time. And he came home one day and gave me that game, and I was in love with it. I used to read the comics. I used to play the game so much because I was in love with them. But Sonic Adventure was the game that really got me into Sonic. Like you can see it right here. Like Sonic Adventure DX specifically was the game that got me into Sonic. It's what cemented me as a Sonic enjoyer. I'm not a Sonic fan because I'm not cringe. Oh, excuse me. Alright, fellas. We've been having fun and all that. But that's maybe the last chapter, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I am super duper wasted right now. At some point we're gonna get on later. I'll stream again later. It'll just be me and my friends probably just playing some stuff maybe. I'm gonna ask them to see if they're okay with it, but I am. You feel me? But again, I appreciate all of you coming down and like actually coming down and actually watching. I appreciate you for sure. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I was like, I want to make sure I don't give myself alcohol poisoning. If I do, but I'm probably gonna stream this again tomorrow. Like, this is gonna be a surprise stream, but it may be tomorrow. But it'll be late night. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna think about it tomorrow, and I'll see. And maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday. Either way, you'll see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. We're gonna go to episode 7, which is Dr. Metallic Part 2. Let me go ahead and zoom this in, so you guys can read along with me. So, just for context, at my school, they used to have like a big old... It wasn't exactly a playground, but it was a big old fence at a parking lot, and they just fenced it off. So that's just so you know. So anyway, this is Dr. Metallic Part 2. So, this may be the last one. We may do one more. I don't know. We'll see how I feel after this. Alright. Here we go. So, fence area. 1:22 p.m. Monday. Super specific with the time, for sure. Dr. Metallic was in his egg carrier with his huge metal disco bar attached to it. In front of him was about 1,000 robots charging at us. We were in front of the crowd of students, which were outside the fence area, watching us fight all those robots. The expression on their face was either, "They're big fools," or, "It was nice knowing you." I think I've seen this kind of thing in a video game once, I said. Ah, well, let's get it over with. We all charged at the robots charging at us. Since I'm known to be self-taught and I'm quick to learn, I'm very prone to make stuff up as I go. I try to move in which I spin around while running. I blasted through the army. My sights set on Dr. Metallic. Meanwhile, the others would hold off the robot army. Connor or Iceboy froze the enemies as Smoshkar, who is Oscar, smashed the frozen robots. Fireman, Alex, burned holes through them, making them explode, while Bedell Mistress, Shelby, molded them in the form of a tiger. Mysterious Jade pretty much could do anything. She had no powers. She just stared like the others. Then, unexpectedly, a robot was sneaking up behind her. One of the onlookers warned her. She punched him and kicked the robot's butt like a martial arts expert. So I guess her power is martial arts. Realized that she had enhanced strength, not like Oscar, and martial arts ability, because I guess her ability is just knowing martial arts. She joined the others in attacking the robot. And the silver light grant levitated the robots and smashed them into each other. Anyway, I got to Dr. Metallic to see him laughing. You think you stand a chance against me in my original invention? He said. I dropped the water bottle. Holy crap! Oh gracious! Yeah, I'm starting to go with the flow here. Woo, baby! Dude, nice toy. What else do you have that was stolen? Whatever. Either way, you're going to pay for defying me. And the best way to pay is by turning you into a... Goodbye, you brave fool. Excuse me. Then he swung his ball at me, but I easily dodged it and countered with a spin. So I just kind of whee, I guess. But I think more accurately I did the Sonic ball spin, because I'm Sonic at this point. The crowd roared with cheers. It seemed like they were more interested in my battle than the others, because, you know, I'm so super cool and so much better than the others. Not bad, but it's gonna take more than that to defeat me. I needed to think of a way to defeat him fast. He swung the ball at me again. I dodged it and counterattacked. They counterattack. Once again, the crowd roared with the cheers as smoke started to come out of his carrier thing. That's when he put a shield to protect him. He started to laugh again. Try to do that again, you brave fool! I tried to do this 3 more times with no affect. The crowd started to boo at Dr. Metallic. This isn't working, I thought. I'll have to come up with another tactic. Then I thought of an idea. I hit him with his own weapons. The next time he swung the ball at me, I tried to kick it. I ended up being electrocuted. I tried to do, if you read the Sonic comic, you know that first issue where he jumps through the ring and he bounces the ball, his ball right back at him? Like that comic? Think of that. That's basically what I was trying to do. But he was smart, so he had shields and it electrocuted me and all that. So his ball was not only big and strong, but his wrecking ball was also electric. So keep that in mind. Gracious. Ow! What the? How did you like my shocking surprise, fool? I knew I was in trouble. I couldn't last much longer in these conditions. The crowd gasped. They didn't know if this new guy was gonna last much longer. It was nice knowing you, mystery fool. A person in the crowd said. Then a robot hit his shield. The shield didn't affect the robot, but it hit the shield generator, shutting down the shield. I looked back to see that Oscar threw that robot. Behind him were the others and a bunch of scrap metal. No! Dr. Metallic yelled in a scared voice. I need to fix it quick! All yours, Shadow! Shadow being me, that's my superhero. That's my superhero name. I'm not cringing. Gracious. Thanks, I said. I started to swing my arm in a circle as I began to run towards him, deliver the final blow. Finish him! The crowd started to chant louder and louder as I got closer. So they were like, finish him! Finish him! I got my arm ready to do an uppercut as I jumped into the air. Then my hand started to be surrounded by black wind. I got out to Dr. Metallic's height and let it loose, knocking him out of his carrier. Everyone, even me, was in awe when I delivered the final blow. As the carrier and I began to descend, I used my foot to cut the chain. First, the doctor landed on the ground, followed by his carrier, then his disco ball. I landed feet first on that ball, shattering it to pieces. So I did like the Sonic stomp and I shattered it. That's basically what happened. He crawled into his carrier, nearly stunned by his blow. You seem braver than I thought, fool, Metallic said as he somehow got his carrier back in the air. Don't think this is the last time you hear from Dr. Metallic. I'll be back! He let out one more evil laugh before flying away. See ya, metalhead! And the name's Shadow. Remember it! I cringed. That's awful. I did my best to. I've been doing my best to hide it, but that's just cringe. That's super cringe, dude. Oh. Guess I gotta take a drink now. Yep, I gotta take a drink. I'm gonna do it. My last drink, because this is the last chapter we're gonna go through. Because we're almost done. Oh gracious, we're almost done. We drank like half this bottle. Gracious. Alright, this is for everyone who stuck around and continue to watch this. You guys are the true goats, and I appreciate you guys watching this, whether it's live or on the replay. I appreciate you all the same. Cheers. Oh gracious! I thought I'm about to pass out in a bit, so we're gonna wrap this up, and then we're gonna. Oh gracious! All right. So see you made a head of yelled, and the name's Shadow. Remember it. Oh, I will. The doctor said. After that, we looked at the crowd behind the fence. They all began to cheer, chanting our names. We took a bow, and then we traveled away. And by away, I mean to the other side of the school. I just know that Dr. Metallic won't take his word lightly. He'll be back, and he won't underestimate us. I feel sick, dude. Oh. Alright, so that was chapter 7, and honestly, that was amazing, dude. So of course the story is gonna pick up. So Dr. Metallic is gonna come back with some other characters. I know other characters exist in this because I was also a big fan of Crash Bandicoot. So you'll be able to see all of that glory in it. But for now, I'm going to end it here. I'm just going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If in the event that this becomes a video, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, click here or click here. I don't know. What videos did I choose? I have no freaking idea. If I'm being honest with you, but you'll see it. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Adios. Let's wrap it up the recording. In the event that I make this a video, it's going to be it's you know, that'll be the outro for it. That's just what it is. Am I doing okay? Honestly, I think I need to go lay down. This is fun. I did have fun though. It was fun interacting with you guys. It was definitely fun reading this stuff. We're definitely next week we're gonna continue the rest of it because I know it gets worse. It absolutely gets worse. So, I will say I want to talk about this before I go because it's been on my heart and I definitely wanted to talk about it beforehand. But I've been talking to this guy on I follow Ruslan, which if you don't know Ruslan XD or KD, he's basically like a YouTube talk show / creator kind of thing. He's actually pretty good. He's really balanced. But I joined his Discord and I've been making friends with Discord, and there's this guy on here who identifies as an incel, and it is really, really weird. Like I've been trying to talk to him with love about it, but it's like that whole thing about it being an incel and all that is so weird. Like, I don't know if you're watching this and you're thinking that you don't have, if you lack Riz or you just don't have any luck, I would encourage you not to take up that label of an incel, just because it doesn't help, and it just reinforces those bad ideals and bad habits. I pretty much say that. I'll probably speak on it more probably on Tuesday, honestly, because I'm thinking about doing that whole topic about incels and all that, because he's been telling me about the MGTOW and the different type of incels and all that, and it's been super interesting. I think I'll do a live stream about it, and probably we'll play. What I'm thinking about, I don't know if you remember Super Seducer, but I'm thinking about playing that. So we may just play that on stream and we'll use that to kind of talk about it from. And we'll make that kind of the Christian perspective video because I know there's some of you on here who like my Christian videos who are talking about topics from a Christian perspective and all that. And I was like, I'm glad you do. And I'll probably make videos about that in the future. But for now, I think I'm all cringed out. I hope you guys enjoyed the cringe. I really do. I want to thank you guys for joining me and, doing it. I got more viewers on here than I expected. And I really do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. I'm going to go take a rest. If I live stream later, it'll definitely be with friends. It'll be probably with friends. It'll probably be just us playing like Overwatch or something. But I'm going to go lay down and probably take just lay down for a bit. If I take another drink, I'm going to throw up. I'm good. Again, thankfully, I took the precautions. I've been drinking plenty of water even beforehand, and I'm drinking it, even now. Drinking it now. But, I know if I take another one, I'm going to throw up. So I'm going to stop it here. Next Thursday, we're going to continue the premise. So if you like this and enjoy this, stick around. Stick around for next, I was going to say next semester. But next week, we're going to go through and get the rest of the chapters. Luckily, we're about halfway through because some of the chapters are missing, and we'll talk about that, at least from what I can vaguely remember of it as we go. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate your support. If you have not seen it, watch my recent video. I released it yesterday. Contribute to some of the views, leave comments, all that. Watch it all the way through, all that, share it, all that, good stuff. It does help. I want to try to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. If we can get more, that'd be great. But I definitely want to try to get to 500. But honestly, the fact that I got some people watching this stuff is, honestly, it means a lot to me. And I do want to thank you guys for that. So, with that said, I will leave you guys to the music. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Rest of your night. This is supposed to be a wellness check. I've been doing pretty good. I give myself a 7. I was depressed the last couple of weeks, but honestly, I've been doing better these days. So, thank God for that. But with that said, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. If you're on the Twitch channel, follows all that. There is a link if you click the support thing for you to donate if you want to donate or, give to what I'm trying to do. If you're on the YouTube subscribing, watching the videos, that means more to me than anything. So with that said, I'm Gerald, love this game and all that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm going to take a nap. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.